Hello there and welcome to a Space Engineer's Roadmap. We're going to be looking at it. I'll be giving my kind of thoughts and opinions, and we will go over how this game is going to be laid out from now and into the future that we're going to be playing. So we're going to be playing a bit of the beginning portion, of course, and then as the new portions come out, we'll go ahead and cover those at least a little bit as well. Maybe not in a review style, but just in a kind of gameplay style, I guess. Because, you know, I like to do gameplays, videos. So, looking at the very first thing on the roadmap here is the creative mode, which did come out today. Gonna be yesterday for you guys, but I'm going to be recording this on the day of, just after the game released, which, comes out, essentially just came out today, with the enhanced creative mode with powerful building tools. So we're going to be able to do all kinds of builds, do all kinds of different structures. I don't know what we're really going to get into. I'm not 100% sure. Haven't really planned it out. But yeah, we'll be able to play with all of the build tools, essentially. With their new, I think it's called V-Rage 3 engine, I believe it's called. So this is an in-house engine, I believe, that they're using. They used it for Space Engineers 2 as well, but this is the new one, as well as we'll get the 25 centimeter unified grid system with the blueprint building, the grid undo and redo, as well as I believe we'll get the access to the paint gun and a few others that they kind of showed in some of the videos and stuff. So yeah, going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty fun. I can't wait to hop into it. But then, as we move along here, we're going to go ahead and look at the next thing on the list, which is going to be looks like UGC Steam Workshop, which they're going to give us the in-game workshop connected to the Steam Workshop. Which is going to be very nice. The Steam Workshop made Space Engineers a great game with all the mods and stuff that people came up with. There's literally thousands and thousands of them, and it's been really cool to play with some of those mods, as I have done in the past and whatnot. So you'll be able to also share your creations with other players. This means blueprints. More than likely, I don't think mod support is going to be in the game just yet. At this point, I think it comes in later because they do talk about it. So then moving on to the next thing, which is the 1.2, which is going to be the improved mechanics and interface refinement. So they're already looking at redoing the UI apparently, and some of the improved mechanics, kind of getting the game to where they feel comfortable to add new stuff. There are probably going to be some, some UI elements and probably some, I'd imagine they're going to be doing some just general improvements to the game as they get feedback from, us players playing in the creative mode and stuff like that, which they've already gotten some feedback from us, especially because people got early access to the game and whatnot, so, and we'll see what happens. Then moving on to the next one, this is where the modding support comes into play. So you get the modding support with the V-Rage hub. Looks like they're going to give us access to tools for the V-Rage, for the engine itself, so that people can make mods within the engine. I know nothing about mods. I'm not going to speak on this, but yeah, I've seen some pretty awesome mods for the first game, so hopefully people will be able to incorporate that here. Obviously they won't be able to port it over because it's going to be a completely brand new game engine, but they'll hopefully be able to recreate some of that and some of that awesomeness. And I imagine it wouldn't take them very long either, because some of these mod authors are pretty freaking amazing. So moving on to the next section here, is planets and survival. So this is on basically version 2. They're going to be adding in the planets, which will be able to explore planets, and our new, I'm not even going to pronounce that, Almagest system. There's going to be a new planetary system. We'll be able to utilize new tools like backpack building. Ooh, that sounds cool. And projection building, of course, that was in the first game. Hopefully they improve upon it. Just leave it as is, like it was. The first game was okay, but I'd rather see an improvement on that. While experiencing improved progression in engaging challenges. So I mentioned they're probably going to add a little bit of some scenarios and stuff. Maybe not survival based, but just kind of maybe construction or building based, stuff like that. Kind of similar to the first game there, and then into, I guess, version 3. But they're doing this vertical slice system, which is interesting. But you got water, so they're going to be adding water rather than having ice lakes like in the first game. We're actually going to have water and water physics. I don't know how they're going to make it work, but it's going to be. But it sounds pretty ambitious. It sounds pretty cool. I did watch a few little videos on them playing with a dam and then blowing holes in the dam and then water pouring out through those holes. There was like a player constructed dam. It's just like that. That seems pretty cool. I don't know how well it's going to work, but hopefully it'll work pretty well. But yeah, we're going to be planetary scale volumetric water transforms gameplay. Engineer cross oceans, rivers, and lakes, construct boats and submarines for underwater exploration. So they're going to have deep lakes and oceans for us to explore in, and we'll be able to construct boats and submarines in order to explore those areas. This sounds incredibly ambitious. I don't know how well that's going to work out for them, but yeah, that if it works out well, Space Engineers is going to become the ultimate space and planetary system exploration game to date. that is quite the ambitious thing. I hope it works out well for them. But I'm also a little bit of a realist going, I've seen games that have tried this kind of stuff and it didn't exactly work out the best. But we do have newer technologies now these days for creating stuff, so maybe that can make it work. And then of course we're going to go ahead and move on to the last little bit of their roadmap, which is and more, that they called it. So this is where they're going to add the multiplayer, the NPCs. Ooh, NPCs, that sounds good. And then the story campaign. I imagine they're going to add a bunch of scenarios and stuff too. This is kind of how the first game played out. Multiplayer and kind of the story campaign stuff was kind of added as one of the last things. But we'll see how it works out. And then, of course, reading it here, we have exciting plans for additional vertical slices that expand upon core mechanics, introduce new features, and ultimately build towards a complete Space Invaders 2 experience. I don't know how long this is going to take them to do this kind of stuff, but yeah, sounds very, very interesting. Very excited to see what Keen Software does with this. They've been working real hard, and I've seen gameplay footage of the game, and it looked amazing. It looked like it plays really good. But I have kept myself in the dark on the most recent videos that some content creators got early access, like early access to this early access game, and they've been putting out videos already. So yeah, I've been keeping myself blind to that. So yeah, now without wasting any more of your time, thanks for watching, and I do hope you enjoy.